Hey y'all, welcome back to Kim's Southern Sanctuary. Today's kind of a different day. I last night and this morning really had a hard time and was really struggling with my anxiety and depression. I do not hide the fact that I suffer with both. For a long time, I didn't really talk about it, but hiding it and not acknowledging it and not acknowledging the fact that I have a problem, it did me no good. And I hid it from the people who could help me the most. I hid it from my husband. I hid it from my mom. I hid it from my sisters. And anybody who has anxiety and depression knows that you feel like a failure. You feel like less of a person because you are struggling with those issues. Anxiety, depression, those are mental health issues. And I guess if we thought about it, we would be shocked at the number of moms and average day-to-day people who struggle with anxiety and depression. I've come to accept the fact that I do have that those mental health issues, and I have those feelings because there's something I don't know. I don't know why I have them. After Nora and Emily were born, I suffered with postpartum like most moms do because, after you have a baby, your life changes. It's not about you anymore. It's about taking care of this little human being and continuing to have to take care of your home. And for us moms that work, we have to continue to work and do those things. And so life doesn't change. It doesn't slow down. Things just pick up. And one thing that I struggled with was that my husband, nothing changed for him. He just kept going and doing as he wanted, but my life drastically changed. And so I guess I had a lot of resentment, anxiety, and depression because of that. So I didn't get on any type of medication after I had Nora. But after I had Emily, when I went to my 6-week appointment, he told the doctor, he's like, we have to go home today with her being on something because we cannot do again we can't go through again what we went through after Nora was born as far as the depression and those types of things. So I did get on something after Emily. I think I took Zoloft, and I didn't take it maybe 6 months, and then I was able to wean myself off of that, and it really helped. So I did pretty good for several years. Probably the past 2 years, those issues have creeped back up. For what reason, I don't know. Maybe it was because I'm in a different season of my life and things have changed, and I don't know. But I went and saw just my nurse practitioner at my family physician's office and talked to her about what was going on. And she's like, I really think you need to get on something to just kind of help you get over this hump, get over this hill. She said it might be something eventually you can wean back off of, but let's get started on something. So she started me on anti-depression or anxiety medicine, and I took that for about a year, did really well. Then it got to where that dosage wasn't enough, but I was at the highest dosage that I could take on that. So then she added just a little extra supplemental medication for that. So I've been doing that. And then probably 3 months ago, I crashed and burned again. So I went back to see her, and she decided that medicine was no longer working because I had a list of things that were going on, things that I was feeling when I went in, and I read the list off of like 10 different things. I had not been sleeping. I couldn't complete any types of tasks. I would get frustrated very, very easily. My anxiety was through the roof. I worried about everything. If we were going somewhere, I worried about where I was going to park, or I worried about how long the line was going to be when we went to a restaurant to have to wait. I worried about the weather. I worried about just everything. Worried constantly. Had anxiety about everything. I had night sweats. I couldn't stand to be touched. I didn't want to be looked at. My emotions were off the wall, crazy, insane. I got angry at the drop of a hat. I would lash out at my kids, and that's not fair to them. So just all this types of stuff. And so she's like, we got to change your medicine. It's not working. If you're going through all that, it is not working. So I had to start weaning myself off of my medication. I stayed on the supplemental medication that she put me on, which was Buspar. I stayed on that and weaned off of my other medication. And I said, how long do I do this? She said, it's really going to be left up to you, left up to your body. Take a full dose one day, half a dose another day, do that for about a week or 2 weeks, and then kind of start cutting back from there. So I did that, and I started my new medication. I started that last week. And so it's going to take about 2 or 3 weeks for that to really get good into my system for me to see if it's working. And fingers crossed it works. But she did give me something else to take on those days or at those times that I'm really struggling until I can get the new medication leveled off. So last night I was super anxious, and I don't know about what. Like, I don't have anything going on. I'm not working right now because we're out for the summer, so that's not stressing me out. I don't know, maybe it's the list of things that I need to get done. And I guess the longer I think about it, the worse it gets. Because this morning when I got up, I was like anxious beyond belief. So I said, I'm going to take my medicine and I'm going to give it some time, and I should chill out pretty quick. Not this morning. I ended up having to take that other little pill to kind of help me get over the hump. And I thought to myself, I'm not even going to sit down and write a to-do list because I'm just going to get geared up and I'm not going to be able to get anything done. And then I'm just going to be a basket case. So I decided that whatever I needed to do, I could put it off. It wasn't a dire emergency. I mean, like vacuuming the floor. Do I really need to do that right now? Is that really something I need to stress out about? No. So I was like, you know what? I know the girls wanted to go to Hot Topic, and because they had a sale that started today, and Emily has some birthday money and allowance money that she wants to spend there because she saw some things that she wanted. I said, I'll go on, it'll be perfect. I'll get them up and I'll go take them and do that, and we can just kind of have a day in town, just relax, not worry about anything, and it'll kind of help me settle down. So I went upstairs, I got Emily up, tried to get Nora up, but she didn't want to get up. She didn't want to go. Like, okay, that's fine. You can stay here. Not gonna fight you to get up and go. Emily and I'll go. We'll do what we need to do. We'll come home. So Emily and I went, and we went to the mall, looked at things that she wanted to look at. She was patient with me and let me look at some things that I wanted to look at because she is not a shopper. Usually she gets what she wants and she's done and she's ready to go. But she was very understanding today. She knew that I was having a rough morning. And so she and I had a good time together. And it's good for every once in a while me to spend time with just one of them at a time. So we did. We had a good morning. We went to several places in the mall. We ate at Chick-fil-A. We went to Marshall's. We went to Michael's. And we went to the Dollar Tree, and then we came home. And so now I'm just sitting here. I'm not gonna write a to-do list. I just talked to Chris a while ago, and I told him, I was like, look, I had a rough morning, and I'm not getting anything done today. So don't be shocked when you come in and I still haven't done anything with those peppers that have been on my to-do list for a week, because for some reason pickling them peppers is causing me tons of anxiety, so I just keep putting it off. And I told him, I'm like, I'll just have to get you to help me do that tonight, because for some reason, like, I guess because it has so many different steps to it, that it just, the prep work for it is just, and I want to do it. So he's like, yeah, I'll help you do that tonight. We got to do something with them anyway. So, but anyway, like, that's kind of been the day. Very, very low key. And I've just decided that I'm not gonna stress out about the floor not being clean or there still being laundry in the dryer. It'll be there tonight or it'll be there tomorrow. It ain't going nowhere. So just, you know, if you're a mom out there and you're like me and you struggle, we just work through it and, you know, support each other because we're all in the same boat together. And don't be ashamed or afraid if you struggle with anxiety or depression, because I did. I was ashamed for a very, very, very long time. It made me feel like I was less of a person. But I'm not less of a person. In some instances, it's made me stronger. In my job, it has really helped me because I can relate to these teenage kids that I work with who struggle every day with anxiety and depression. And because I have these experiences and I understand how they feel, I've developed some great relationships. Some of my friends who I consider now my friends are some of these kids that I've worked with. So just know you're not alone if you're struggling. There are a lot of us out there every day who struggle with our mental health. And as moms, if our mental health is not good, then we're no good. Like, we can't take care of our families. So I would recommend that if you're struggling, reach out to someone that you can trust, that you feel comfortable talking to. You can message me at any time, email me, DM me on Instagram for support. I don't mind at all, because sometimes I don't have anybody that I feel like I can talk to about my anxiety or my depression or what I'm feeling. And it's good to know that you've got somebody in your corner.